cool name for a poetry series. Poetry on the floor.
Yeah, I like that.
Or unstable.
We just have everybody on the floor.
I like that.
Yeah, no, or unstable. Poetry.
Oh, I like that too.
I hate statements.
All right, here we go. This next one's entitled Well. It was published by Splitleaves Press out of Philadelphia, splitleaves.com if you want to find it online. He's got a lot of other great stuff too. Well dredged the rack for masks, the kinetic grotesque. Each that dropped hit brain, slaughtered, a quick mixing of fronts. As it flashed, the room lurched on, strummed him, stomped breakneck as if. Spiking, the kelp draws sundown and bolts. He is darling to the trench, lamp resumed between his golden grin. Spiking, well draws sun down the hole, light gone truant, gone. In dread airspace he floats, kicks wild, reels from the clangs. Comets sail past, melt down, get poached for heavy sums. The breeze is canned, well floats, quakes beneath the traitor's sun. In the den of eyes he is legion, mute, each corner rounded millions fold, each chandelier a mob. To try and leave's a farce, to stay is like a wrecking ball, blasting trunks of nerves. He, in vines, in hush night swims, in farms and radio, he of untold vice, maestro of ceaseless birds. Well skeeches on an airplane's nose, wheelies towards the fright sky net. Bones for him to sift through, bones to bar the doors, bones where bones already were, bones stifle each pore, while sulks in secret fields of bones, waiting for the bus. Sirens pile up in the wire lodge. He flirts, goes static, fucks with space. The charts wilt, riots spring up in 4D. Hunching down, well, here's a ping. Torpedoes just beneath the bar. The river crests, kaleidoscopes. He paddles, crazy slave. Mountains cackle on each side. Lizards boom the ground. Panic on the grid shore now. Warm doom for his skull. The river swells. Well stands boiling and an early spring fell down. Ice Age dogs tear through the jail. Eons speed up, blurred. Well sings at black hole pitch. A dam against physics. The warden's rifles sit at ease. The sniper's eyes erased. In the Library of Hope, well shudders, broke-backed, shrugs. Hushing him, the room stifles, hums beneath long bulbs. Every book's subject, escape, each book out of reach. Chess, jazz drums, reptile medicine, arcane calendars, looming swarms, well, scholar of infinity, rowing the boat through tar. The neon jigging, the party boozed, volcanic. Rocket after rocket pocks the roofs. Well spins top-like through carnival sprawl. Wine to loose the freezer burn, wine to bloat the sky. In thousands worn pieces, well lays down to sponge the love. Light, mums, glass, well, quiet. How much time do I have, John? I'll read a few short ones then.
I'm enjoying it.
I like that, thank you. Okay, these I actually won't have to pick up on the floor, they're in order, so, yeah, all right. That march, that day in the freeze, gouged out, gone. Doors out to bare earth, coughs in the lens cap dark. The cups they hold boil and float each time you speak. Give it away. It's kind of like being a doctor, you said. Hands rattle windows, surging, little cinders revved for lack of heat. With sense left, we seek the last close sea, endless, poorly drawn, livid in the dead storm light. This one actually appears in the first issue of Sue's journal, A Trunk of Delirium. What it does: it sings supernovas, cools blazing rocks, curls tides, draws flies, blasts the tree lid back, sprouts wings, spines, parches dino bones, increases its supply of machine guns, goes wild for spring, darts, fakes, screams past satellites, lets the market crash, blushes in the nude, cries, shapeshifts, loses at chess, is symmetry tragic and fierce, bursts, reckons itself a green field, makes a good case for new telescopes, sees eons in its fingernails, keeps God at bay. This I wrote. I read this a lot actually because I feel like it's important. A poet a long time ago talked to me about the notion of elegiac activism, or speaking for the dead, for people that have fallen for reasons they shouldn't have. And so I wrote for a friend of mine that died of a heroin overdose a few years ago. And here we go. Beauty supplies on canvas at absolute zero for Janine. Wrecked, sweat and no bed sound. Now yours is air, inviolable, a wall of bulbs against darts, hands, and the deafening vacuum. Now these taps to blast, each angel's skirt done up cane sweet, your grave's all full of kites. Drunk for days, the pictures clown, self-replicate, and flake away in fits of lunar cold. To shake the doll's house down, we rally cannons in your wake, ineffable, louder than fuck. Okay. Basin. Quakes that slay form. Leave the scene sloshing, a fang through the life raft sway. You crawl the hive's roof, mad from the drone and spitting hard. Against your eyes the screens push, blast cold glass through nerves, imploding. The keys you hold, arcane and soft, the passport, a bad fake. For the map, you pass the hat and hoof, fumble towards a truth that rips, tethers, hoists the shell-pocked day. For Suzanne. Rose petals in the ventilator, a smeltless gust for once. No quiet but a chill bright smile, kicking fierce at blades of poor and pride and too much bruise. Not pristine but warm, swimming in bread springs with a welcomed white flag. In hours raked by dirge of news, a charm burns, unchallenged in the Midwest freeze. Close enough now, towards bliss and booze and chocolate cake. 10 miles to Ohio, booming in my bus seat throne. Yeah, I didn't always live in Cleveland Heights. I used to ride the megabus out here from Milwaukee. And I'll do one more. Fleets 2. This rank lens, warping. Endless flowers snuffed, sore. Fissures in your head absorb a reel of lack-life days. We trust you, love, to sail the junk to clarity through hiss. Torch gloom with your cannon eyes. Lay waste to death boats. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael Bernstein.